Hey, it's Clancy here, and welcome to my practice room slash kitchen slash Oculus Quest 2 playroom. And here are two licks that I've been working on this afternoon, so I thought I'd show them to you. And it's basically two licks joined together, and it's kind of like a little bit neoclassical in that it is an E harmonic minor or B Phrygian dominant. And I'm going to split these two licks up. The first one is quite classical. The second one is more jazzy. I'm going to split them up and then show you how you can use them, what functions you can use them over. So, without any further ado, let's put on Logic and we'll play through it. So, here we go, record. Alright, here we go. Alright, so what's going on there? So the first lick, I'm going to show you how I play it. So just slowly, the first lick goes like this. I'll just play it slowly and then I'll show you, break it down. So now if you can get that in one go, good for you. But for those who want to know exactly what the fingering is, I'll go through it. So the first note I'm playing is with my little finger on the E string on the 11th fret, which is an E flat or D sharp. Then I'm going to this note C, which is the 8th fret on the E string. So then I'm going to add the 12th fret on this B string, which is actually B. So then I'm going to add this 10th fret on the B string, which is an A. So that's the first part of the sequence. So then we're going to go back to the C with my first finger on the E string, so that's the 8th fret. Then I'm going to go straight to the 10th fret on the B string with my third finger. I'm going to go down to the 8th fret on the B string with my first finger to get that G. And then I'm going to finish the second line on this F sharp, which is on the 11th fret on the G string. So lovely. Okay, so the 10th fret now on we go back to the 10th fret, so we've got two sequences. Now we're going to go 10th fret on the B string to the 11th fret on the G string. And we're going to go down to the 9th fret with our second finger on the 9th, on the G string, and then the first finger on the 8th fret on the G string. So it goes Now I've got our last part of the sequence, which starts on the F sharp, on the 11th fret on the G string, goes right down to the 8th fret on the G string. And we're going to play with our third finger, the 10th fret on the D string, which is a C. We're going to play with our second finger, this B, which is the 9th fret on the D string. Then we're going to do a run, which basically goes down to this A string, this A note, sorry, on the D string, which is the 7th fret, and we're going to do a shape which is gap, no gap, like this. Hopefully you can get that. So it's A, B, C. You know, like Michael Jackson's song. So A, B, C. Now we're going to go to this note here, which is an E flat. I'm going to play it and then slide it. Now you can either pick that or slide it, pick it, or pick each note, slide it. I think I'm picking every note for this. I'm going to play on the, I'm on the G string here, and I'm going to play the 11th fret and then 12th fret, F sharp to G. So, yep. Then I'm going to transfer over to the B string and play the 10th fret, then the 12th fret, then the 13th fret. So, and then I'm going to transfer over to the E string and play the 11th fret, the D sharp to the E, down to the D sharp. So, and then 13th fret on the B string, and then 12th fret on the B, which is on the B string. So you get this, the second part of the run goes. Now, this lick, although you can put it in like a triplet form, is actually in more of a straight form, which is like either a 16th note situation or an 8th note situation, and it covers 2 bars. So let me count it out for you. 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Now I'm landing on a number note, like 4 for example, because it ties it up with a bow. It kind of resolves it. If you land on like a and or an E or a, it doesn't quite resolve it. This kind of ties it up with a kind of like bow. So that's the first lick. Now let me just explain this little sequence. I stole from Fritz Kreisler, who's a composer who composed the violin, and I worked out one of his concertos, and so it gave me the sequence, and this is a sequence you can play right down the whole neck. So it's a nice sequence, but of course that's more exercisey, or just like I want to take a little bit of it, and I don't want to use the whole thing because it's a little bit, because I want to make a smaller lick, you know. So I'm just using 4 lines of it. Okay, now the second lick, which is it goes like this. I'll play it slowly. Now this is more of a jazz lick. I'll show you the function after I teach it to you. So we're starting on the B again, like we just finished on, and I'm going to go 12th. I'm on the B string, 12th to 13, then back to the 12th, and then down to the 10th. Okay, then I'm going to play on the 12th fret with my 3rd finger on the G string, and then the 11th fret with my 2nd finger on the G string. So, yep. Now I'm going to reach over with my little finger and play the 13th fret on the D string after that. And then I'm going back to this 11th fret. 11th fret on the G string. And then I'm going back to this A, which is on the 10th fret on the B string. Sorry. Now I'm going to go after that 10th fret there. I'm going to go back to the G string and play 13 and 12. Okay, so. Ah. What am I doing? 13, 12, senior moment. So I'm playing this 13 there. Now I'm going to play the 12th fret on the D string and down to the 10th. Yep. Then we're going to go to the 9th fret on the G string, and then play the 12th fret on the D string. So, and then we're gonna just go through kind of like a E minor 7, minor major 7 arpeggio. So from the 12 you slide up to the 14th, then bar across the 12 on the G string to the bar on the B string, and then reach up, get that 16, and then slide into 17. So that whole second lick goes like this. So you join them together and you get like this kind of idea. Yeah. Now the function of these chords. So this first one, or both of them actually work over the 5th chord if you're playing an E minor. So E minor, if you play this B7 chord, that brings in that sound. Okay. The second lick, which is now that works over like any kind of B7 altered chord, like which has an altered sharp 5. In this case, a B7 sharp 9, or like it doesn't sound great on distortion, or a B7 sharp 5 flat 9, or even just a B7 sharp 5. People like to use the whole tone scale. I just really dislike that sound. But yeah, so here we go. So the whole lick, just really slowly. Now you can actually go to the 7th fret, sorry, the 15th fret rather than the 16th fret, if you're playing it in a jazz context over like a B7 altered. You can do it like that if you like. Yeah, so it starts on a B. So if you want to, what you want to do is when it gets to that chord and you're in E minor, you want to get yourself with your 3rd finger on that B, and then you can launch off. You can hear it, right? So that's pretty much all I've got for today. And if you like the idea of this and you want to have some lessons, give me a call, 022-414-0972. I'm in Tauranga, or you can do Skype, but I invite you to my place, learn some guitar, and rock out. Alright, sayonara!